You send one of your managers out to the grocery store to get you some milk. And that's all you say. Hey, go get me some milk. What do you think he's going to come back with? Is it going to be 2%, 1%, skim milk, oat milk, goat milk, almond milk, and I don't know how many other milks there are nowadays, but you're just leaving it wide open. And who knows what you're going to get back? And he's going to come back with milk. And how can you get mad at him? Because that's all you told him to, is just get me some milk. And so used cars is no different, right? You're telling your used car manager, hey, go get me some used cars. And he's going to go get you some used cars. But you got to give more direction. You got to give more specificity. But anyway, you got to be more specific and come up with a plan and give them direction. So we start with, what's your objective? Let's assume that your objective is to sell 80 units out of your store. In my opinion, you should have 80 retail units on the ground. So how are you going to break up those 93 units? So then break that down. So 40 some odd cars, right? What models do you want to stock? What years do you want to stock? So if they're going to be 23 model year, let's just use Honda, right? So 23 model year Honda Accord, what trim level are you going to get? LX, EX, EXL. They're all going to sell at a different rate, and they're all going to have their own demand. So you've got to go figure out what sells faster and what's going to be the best car to stock, right? So there's different tools out there. I'm familiar with vAuto and the stocking tools that they have, which gives you a lot of good information, but you can get some decent information from Auto Trader as well, and some of the other third parties on what it is that's happening. And I'm sure some of the other inventory tools that are out there probably give you some good information on what to go and stock. So you sit down, you come up with a template of what it is that you want to stock, and then compare that to what you've got in inventory. And I think you're going to find that there's a huge disparity, right? Just set the parameters up on what you want and be clear. And if somebody wants to deviate from those parameters, then they got to come see you, and you got to be the one that approves whether you're going to take that car or not. So do that for your same brand, and then go to off-brand cars, right? And so what do you want to stock in off-brand? And here I do it by category, and start breaking it out by small SUV, midsize SUV, large SUV. So you've got to really sit down and think that through and think, okay, what am I going to stock in these different categories? How many? Let's assume you're going to have small SUVs, midsize SUVs, and large SUVs. What are the years, makes, models, trim levels, colors, mileage band, vehicle condition that you want in each one of those, and then compare that to what you've got in inventory.